welcome to National Herald. COVID-19 has highlighted everything that's wrong with our public health care system. There's no solution to pandemics without a robust public health care system and primary healthcare centers. We have been repeatedly told that. But there's one thing positive and can lift our spirits. That's the spirit of Saath Hi Haath Badhana. Joining me are Chitra Subramaniam and Surya Balakrishnan, and they're going to speak to me about hope. So welcome. And Chitra, tell me something about hope, and then maybe Surya can take over from there.
This wave came as a shocker, actually. One was expecting something to happen, but not to this degree. And we were all caught unawares, everybody. Now, the thing is that as always, and as we've seen during the times of COVID since last year, humanity has really risen and people have done amazing things, millions and millions and millions. And so, we were, Surya and I are together on Pad Squad with Taran and Mayuri and all of us, and we've been a gang. And both of us, Surya and I, have been, we are Tweedledee and Tweedledum when it comes to anything that happens in terms of whether Pad Squad, whether food distribution or anything. So we said, let's do something. And the word that struck us was hope. Because we write to people, hope you're well. We say, hope you're feeling fine. Hope, and hope is what it is. So we just called it hope. It was one sudden decision that let's start with something. Very organically, within a couple of days, we decided that we should just set off and start doing it. We are volunteers. It's just an initiative. It's a relief initiative. And, we're just doing whatever we can. And our tagline right now is, whatever it takes to spread hope.
You are actually from, what should I say, mass media, from films, entertainment world, and I mean, Surya, so are you. So how did you think of this? Because I understand that it's actually quite impossible not to do something right now, but people are really, really trying to make themselves safe right now. People are not stepping out and people are anxious, depressed. What made you actually decide that let's do something? And let me also tell my audience that you are in Bombay, both of you are in Bombay, and this work is happening in Bombay. Tell me, how did you start, and what was the, what kind of conversations did you have? Because it's important for our audience to also know that things can be done.
For me, actually, a lot of it comes from my mom's retired, she's now a retired social work professor from Nirmala Niketan College of Social Work. So we've grown up with, stories of mom going for, tsunami relief work and, Bombay riots or even not even an event, just basic everyday work was always in the community, and there was always stories that we grew up with, and for us it was a very normal thing, and it's kind of, as I mean, my brother and I, and it's kind of just stayed, I don't think there was any other way out. Once you've seen someone do it throughout your life, there's a little bit, at least, I mean, I don't do as much as she has done, but there's always a little bit. And I think last year, so I've been doing like tiny volunteering here and there through college and all of that. But I think last year, all of us were doing our little bits, कुछ fund collect किया, कुछ event किया, पैसे raise किए, pads दे दिया, खाना दे दिया, whatever, but and then, it was just, social media and Facebook and Instagram and things where we all got together, and, there's just so much energy that has just come together to, get shit done, if I may call it. There's so much of, want something and it just gets done. And I think a lot of this, I've learned over the year, this 1 year from Chitra, there is, and because, I was always okay, chota chota karte kuch, which is still my preference. I would like to focus on one thing at a time, because let's do everything. But what I've really learned is, if there is someone in need and there's someone comes to you with something, there will be a way for it to get resolved. And just with that intention, when you set out, it just happens. Something comes together, someone calls, someone gives money, someone gives love, and I think it just
So tell me, because I've been seeing all these pictures on Facebook, and I know that you guys are also trying to get money to do more work. Tell me what are you doing in the crematoriums, and what all work are you doing? If you could tell me a little more about that.
So we started with with rations. We said let's do rations because we had done a lot of rations last year, and food is a need. And in fact, right now the need is way more than what it was even last year because people still had savings. And in the communities, they're completely crushed. So food is one thing that we will continuously do. I think all our lives, whenever there is a requirement. Okay, it gives a sense of security, and no one should sleep hungry. Okay, that's one. The second thing was that we've been doing a little bit of medicines, giving medicines to a couple of hospitals, and also looking at very individual cases throughout the year. Some girl in Telangana who needs an operation, for example, some boy, whatever. And these are non-COVID. So those things continue, which is individual cases that we've been doing. And currently it's a little more, because of, it's not because of COVID only, but a lot more cases come, and we're going out of our way to, make sure that we can help in whatever way we can. Then there is Surya loves kids, so she wanted to. She said, if I want to do this, so let her talk about it. It's a beautifully thought through initiative Surya came up with, and oxygen, of course, and that's one area that we're working on. And oxygen, we're looking at it a little differently. So whatever I can do in my capacity, and I'm going to do 100% of that, right? I'm going to give myself 100% to do that. Magic starts happening, I mean, literally miracles start happening. So I mean, I don't think at all, I don't think it comes and suddenly I'll say that somebody will call, or I'll say, oh, I thought of this one, let me connect and let me contact, and it just starts happening. It's just that the intent needs to be pure. Okay, yes, can we be there for that person? Can we try and help? Can we do something? That's all it is. Sorry, Surya. Yeah.
I want to hear about what are you doing with children then?
Kids, we also because now the virus is affecting kids, and the idea is also that we will kind of continue this program as much as possible in the future as well. That we're doing a really simple nutrition program where we have eggs, banana, and milk for the kids every day. So we've committed to in one community for 3 months and two other communities for a month each. Our target is 1,500 kids for a month, and right now we're at about 630 kids. And it's a really, I think we're getting a lot of love for this program because everyone's really excited. People want to support 1 kid, 5 kids, 1 week, whatever they want. It's raise money for anda, doodh, and banana packets have to be bought. So there's so much groundwork that happens that sometimes I really feel that wow, it's like okay, we got a donation, yeah, we can start another community, but there's so much work that happens on ground. So I think we're so thankful to everyone on ground who's saying karenge bachcho ko khana hai. Children are excited, they send us photos every day. So
tell me, Surya, what kind of community is this? Who is boiling the eggs? Who's boiling the milk? Who's serving? Who are these people?
So these are people we've worked with in the past. They come from either they're associated with other organizations. There's there's one of the communities that we've been working in throughout this year. So they are a part of like Ghar Bachao Ghar Banao Andolan as well. So they take kind of responsibility of that community because they also do a lot of other things. Like Gulab Bhai, who works there, he runs a school, he takes care of a lot of things for the children anyway. So there has to, I mean, they trust him. It doesn't really matter to them where the anda, the food is coming from. People trust him. Like if he says children have to eat the eggs, they will eat the eggs. I mean, there's no point, we can't go there, nobody's going to listen to us. So they do so much work already. So somewhere we've given them added responsibility, but they're really excited because it's just little things and the kids are
You know,
excited and
you
happy.
guys are doing such amazing work. I was talking to somebody a few hours back, a public health expert from Kerala, and he was mentioning that how in primary healthcare system you should have both preventive and rehabilitatory work also, along with the treatment and the cure. And what you're doing is actually prevention. You're giving them nutritious food,
Yeah.
and you're actually giving them nutrition and keeping them healthy so that their immunity is strong. And did you think of all of this, or did you think that, how did this come to your mind? Or you were dealing with the community and you felt that food is important?
Nutrition program was for to build the immunity of the children. So that, that was the least that we could do. So we thought, chalo, let's quickly start it. So that started, and hopefully we'll hit our target soon of more
And
community.
and what else? I know that I keep seeing, and I'm really interested in knowing that you are also working in crematoriums. You're providing PPEs, I think, to at crematoriums. Tell me a little more about that.
So Surya and I have this. We are early risers, and then we keep chatting the whole day, and we're both crazy also. So she said. So what happens is, if she gets an idea or she gets a call, she'll message me. If I get an idea, then I'll hound her. Okay, so so she said, she messaged saying that PPE kits for crematorium required, and so Surya sent that message to me. And this was about 3 days back, Surya. 4 days ago. Yeah, 4 days, 3 days ago.
Can
4 days.
can I interrupt for a moment? Actually, I told Chitra, we should do something for the crematorium workers. And honestly, because I think also Chota, so when I said do something, I literally meant Amul Shah's or Rasna or something like that. I did not think PP kits at all. So Chitra was like, yeah, we must do, let's do something. So then I called, person who works in the Vasai area with the crematorium workers. And I said, okay, what is the need? What do you guys really need? Can you help with khana, ration, something? He said, no, ye sab to hai. We need PP kits. So then I called Chitra back and I said, that's like more than 30,000 rupees per day. She was like, okay, say yes for one day. We'll figure out the rest. And, it just happened, we figured out another week with, some kind donations. And I think more will.
I think we figured out a week or more than a week, right? We've got, yeah.
Yeah. So sorry, I
No, please. So it's like that. So the crematorium, and then now it's going to become a massive campaign now. Because the on-ground realities are so difficult, and when we look at things, and then we go deep into it, and there are layers and layers and layers and layers of work to be done. So in this discussion, there's, in fact, with the crematorium workers, we're talking about more stuff to be done. And as we sort of go along, we'll talk about it, because we're not yet, we're just trying to figure out how to achieve it. This is to do with long-term, health benefits for them, not just sending them kids. And that's deeper intervention. So we're now sort of working on it and seeing how can we make that happen, and how can we make get some real difference done for these people. And it's so sad that in a tragedy like this, that these people have, they've come to the fore. It's it's so trying, right? But they are the only ones who are actually there. I mean, who else is there with the deceased? Not the family.
Yeah, that's the interesting bit. All the important people and all the significant people who were supposed to rise and do things have actually not risen as much as people we tend to undermine and don't even give a second look to socially, right? I also wanted to understand from you, Chitra, that I know that last year you did Pat Squared, and there was this huge, acknowledging women's health and hygiene with that I would say it was almost like a movement. There were so many people involved. Eventually, people from Lucknow, people from all over got involved. And you, how many people are working with you in this? And secondly, are you working closely with the government? Has government asked you for help, or have you approached them for any kind of support? Is there any kind of engagement with the government forces?
In this year's relief with under Hope, no, we haven't gone to the government yet, and we haven't, because the thing is that we just started off and we don't know where this is going to, how this is going to grow. Pad Squad has grown. We are really lucky. Just to talk about Pad Squad, we've got about 70 of them, and we've got all the core team. Surya, Taran, all of us are there. Mayuri, Mia, Jillian, and Monica. And that continues. It's a very strong bond that we built with the Pad Squatters. We've told them not to step out, to send the pads, but try not to step out, because I think health is first. And this time, with the virus being what it is, just please don't step out. But each to his own. We keep telling them, listen, stay safe. But pads are going, things are happening. Okay. Now coming to Hope, we haven't yet, we haven't worked with the government at all. We are currently only Bombay based. We, like I said, we just started about 10, 12 days ago. It's, I mean, every day it's, we're just doing what we can. And we've got a team now, but the structure is slightly different from Pad Squad. So we've got volunteers to help us. Very sweet. Somebody is doing Excel sheets. Somebody is doing accounts this time. Somebody is managing so we get, even daily, we get one ration request. Besides the community, we are sending a lot of rations. Okay. We've done about, I think, 700 ration kits in about 5 days. We'll try and do more and more and more, so that, people don't go hungry. But there are also the one-offs, somebody who's disabled, can't step out. If somebody needs ration, somebody's family's got wiped out and they need ration, or somebody, livelihood. So there are very particular cases, and really cases, one family cases that we also take up. Now that takes a lot of time, because the thing is, we have to engage with those people really. And sometimes they want to talk to somebody also. It's not just about ration dena. So that is a deeper engagement. So we've got a volunteer for that. And that, I must tell you the story. This lovely girl Sunanda, I got a call at 11:30 in the night. Okay. These days the phone is on, because somebody will call at 12. Remdesivir hai kya? So I said, bhai, main bechti nahi hu Remdesivir. So she called and she said, I got your name and I want to volunteer. And that's how Sunanda started. She got as a social media professional to volunteer, because we don't have the time to make a Hope page. We realize we need to make it. So at least, till this continues, people need to know what to. So the goodness of people, right? Surya got all her ADs into it, and she got her accountant into it. And so we've got a backup team which is much stronger, so it's helping a lot. So we can do a lot more.
Running out of time, but I want to quickly ask you, Surya. I know that you're going to make a film soon. I have been told. How are you managing? I mean, filmmaking is like a 24/7 job. I mean, doing the pre-production and whatnot. I don't know whether you can shoot right now though, but how are you managing? And where do you see this work going from here? What do you want to do? Hopefully COVID will be over soon, and the third and fourth wave will just pass. But where do you see this work going from here?
So your first part of the question, we're still writing the film, so it's a long way before we can get into production. Hopefully not that long. Also, and secondly, about managing time, it's hectic. Also, Chitra being a morning person is really painful, because I'm a morning person and I like to work and I don't want to worry about anybody's ration in the morning. But I don't think it's, that difficult. I know a lot of people say we don't have the time to do it, but it really doesn't take. I mean, there are days where we feel like, oh my God, I don't want to speak to one more person about anything, but it's not that much time. I think everybody can manage something or the other very, very easily. And I don't think it's, like juggling two things or anything like that. If you want to do it, you will find a way to do it. It's really not that much. यार मतलब घर पे बैठे हैं and making calls, checking Facebook on the side. Talking about your second one, I think this is going to be never ending. We're going to do this forever, and I feel like whoever starts this should know that it's never going to stop, because I think once start even one fundraiser or go into the Basti once, there's no way you can stop. There's something or the other. I mean, you may take breaks because you're really busy, and those, but it's always there at the back of your mind. You want to do something chota or the other. So we're hoping, and now we've got a lot of our very close friends who the bug has bitten them, so we're hoping some more can be bitten, and then they can all do more work. Yeah.
Can you ask me the same question on how to manage? Because how do you manage?
Yeah, I can ask you that, but I also have another question for you, Chitra, which is,
you know why? Because people are looking, frankly.
yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, the thing is that people think that I'm just a social worker. I just want to say that I'm not. I am a filmmaker. So I'm using your forum, this forum, to say that I'm a very proud producer. I love what I do. And the thing is, exactly what Surya said is that everybody has 24 hours in a day, and if you're passionate, not just passionate, if you're devoted to what you want to do, everything gets done. It's just about just finding focus and saying, okay, this I'm going to do now, this I'm going to do. It's not a big stress at all.
Okay, so continuing with this, I have a question for you, which is, lots of people are watching you. How should people, what should people do if they want to help, or if they want to do something for people who are positive, or do things for the community in general, so that it's helpful right now to build immunity or to stay healthy? Where should they start from?
Okay. So this is a great question. It's a very interesting question. This is how I started, which is my radius of 10 meters. Start with your radius of 10 meters, then increase the radius to 50 meters, then increase your radius to 100 meters. What I mean by that is that make that effort to say, for example, vaccination, right? Take your watchman, your maid, make a list of these people, take a booking for them, and go and take them and get them vaccinated. That is one thing that everybody can do, right? Second thing is that find out that outside of your building, or even your watchmen, your people, do they need food? Do they need medical help? Look after them. 1, 2, 3 people, whatever, right? If somebody has a problem in their village, for example, suppose you have your maid or your watchman, and they have a problem because their families are in the village, and today in the villages also there is COVID, and people are, I've just been hearing horror stories. Yeah. So just find out about that and say, okay, fine. Can I help this person? Now you can either give the money yourself or make sure that something, they get medical aid or whatever it is, right? And start like that. It could be a fundraiser saying, you know what, Poonam's son is unwell. I need to raise 5,000 rupees. I don't have that money. Start like that. Then keep increasing and increasing. So awareness increases, and slowly, one will be able to expand. Then what I had done last year was that I was stalking all the people who were doing great social work. Bilal, Lara, Project Mumbai, Venkat, Ujwal, all these people, I used to stalk them. People stalk all the actors. Stop doing that. Stop following actors. Start following people on the ground and approach them and say, I want to volunteer. How can I help? Whether it's an Excel sheet. That's how I started last year for Venkat Krishna. For 10, 15 days, I was just sitting and doing Excel sheets. Damn boring, man, but I did it, So it's like that.
Okay, thank you very much. That's a good piece of advice. Start from really, really start with people who are close to you. Start small, don't think only big. This is something that all public health experts are also saying, that, you know, you don't have to think about super specialty hospitals. You have to work on primary care health centers. So work on small things, take care of the people around you, and take care of the working class people around you. That's extremely important. I'll just end this show with one last question to Surya. Surya, my question is that what do you feel working in entertainment industry, and this is kind of philanthropy, some people might see it also as charity, but what about the bigger question of engaging with the government? Have you ever thought about that? What do you think? Is the government doing enough? Is Maharashtra government doing enough? Is Delhi government doing enough? What are your thoughts on that?
Personally, don't want to engage with the government 100%, because also, like, you know, I'm happier doing what we're doing. I'm even happier to be on ground, you know, distributing things and, you know, meeting the kids and all of that. I think Maharashtra government is doing all right. I think they're better than the central government for sure. But personally, I don't want to engage, and, you know, because I'm just really happier doing, you know, whatever we can in our capacity. And like Chitra was saying, you know, do our little bits, and you know, because I want to work, I want to make my films, and I want to chill, you know, I want to watch my films, and this is something that I can do and I love to do. And the moment it becomes work is not something that I'd want to do for sure. So no.
On that note, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Surya, and thank you very much, Chitra.